Hello. I hope now you are able to hear me. Can you please someone guys, now you are able to hear me? Anand? Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll wait for 5 more minutes. Meanwhile, people will. Pankaj, you're not able to hear. Okay, right. Okay, right. Able to hear you. Okay, anyone have any problems related to installation part? Each and everyone installed a Jupyter notebook? Okay, guys, you're able to see my screen? Everyone? Generally, from here, you will download Anaconda. Once you downloaded the Anaconda, you're able to see right this particular specific options. Download here Windows, Mac, and Linux. Depends upon your system configurations. It will automatically highlighted. If it is not highlighted, you know right what type of OS and what mission you're using. Based on that, if you click this particular thing, either it's a Windows or Mac or Linux, then you're able to navigate to the page. In that page, you're able to see these things. This is the recent UI only, user interface of Anaconda. Based on your system, you can download. If your system is a Windows, you can go with this. If your system is a Mac, you can go with this. Linux, based on that, by using Windows key plus E, you will open your folder view. Now you can go to the My Computer and Properties. Then you will get to know your system configurations. At there, you are able to know what is OS, what is your RAM capacity, what is your operating system version, and how many 32-bit or 64-bit. You are able to get this particular information. Once you got this particular thing, you can download the file, and once downloaded file, you can, right, how we'll install all the different apps in our mobile, like next. Don't go for any customizations. Why? Because once you got a clear understanding on this particular Anaconda platform, then you will be go with the technicalities into the installation part. But until now, you can go with the default default settings. Once you installed, your installation is completed, it means you are able to see the Anaconda folder in your start button. You're able to see Anaconda, this one. Each and every one, I hope our installations are completed, and each and every one you're able to see this particular folder in your start. Guys, I'm trying to fix the things. You also can able to communicate with me back, but until 1 week or 2 weeks, just you need to bear with me. Please try to communicate in the chat. Why? Because if you're not able to reply, uh, so I'm habituated to interactive classes. So you can please try to be reply in the chat. Okay, so once you go to this particular folder, you're able to see all these components installed in your machine. Anaconda Navigator, Anaconda PowerShell prompt, Anaconda prompt, Jupyter Notebook. You need to remember why, because we are going to use this particular thing a lot. And Spider. Okay, Spider. All these things you're able to see in this particular folder. Okay, it means Anaconda platform, Anaconda package manager or Anaconda distributor is installed and it is available in your system. So now don't try to open it directly by clicking the Anaconda navigator. Most of the people will do this particular thing. But I don't prefer this particular thing. Why? Because Anaconda navigator, we'll call this as a package manager or Anaconda package distributor. It means generally each and everyone will know IDE. What is the meaning of IDE? Integrated Development Environment. What it will do, will directly use IDE to utilize the programming concepts, and we by taking our operating system and our processor to execute the code directly. Otherwise, in which way we need to do, we need to write the code in a notepad, we need to save in that particular language extension, we need to compile it, and we need to execute it. So to avoid all those things, directly we can write the code, and with a single run we can able to click it, and you can able to execute the program. But here in this particular Anaconda distributor, we have multiple platforms. I'll show you what are the different platforms you're able to see. So Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter Lab, Spider, R, different visualization tools, and different things will be there. Okay. Now, in this particular, so that is the reason it contains multiple platforms and multiple IDEs are there in it. Because of that reason, don't open this entire package manager or distributor. Why? Because if you open the Anaconda Navigator, it will consume your most of the RAM, and it will consume your most of the RAM, and it will create a very huge burden on your machine. If your system is with a small configuration, it may be stuck, or your system performance may decrease a lot. Okay, so that's the reason to open Jupyter Notebook. Why I'm saying Jupyter Notebook? This is the at most thing which we are going to use. And if we upgraded our technology and if we are going to use and if we're working in the cloud environment also, we have a Jupyter Notebook environment. We need to be habituated to use this particular thing. Okay, to open the Jupyter Notebook, we have a multiple ways. I'll show you all those ways. If you are already installed, can you please try to do with me? One way is you can directly click on the option is there, right? This particular icon. If you click on this particular icon, defaultly Jupyter Notebook will open, and how it will be open? Through a browser. Why? Because it is a server kind of thing. If you open this particular Jupyter Notebook, you are going to you're running a server backend, and that particular front end you are able to see with help of the browser. The most preferable thing is you need to use the latest version browser, and default browser which is set in your machine, it will it will use that particular interface and it will open it. Okay, now this is the one way, and another way is you need to choose and you need to go with the Anaconda prompt. Here you are able to see Anaconda prompt. Okay, anyone are facing any problems to see my screen? Please let me know. Okay, Anaconda prompt. If you click the Anaconda prompt, you know what will happen? It will open a command line interface, what you are able to see on the screen here. This is the one. You're able to see clearly, or you're not able to see? Abhishek. Okay, see now. If you open this particular Jupyter Anaconda prompt shell, and if you type Jupyter Notebook, remember guys, Jupyter Notebook. Okay, Jupyter Notebook. Even though we're going to discuss a lot of things related to Python, but up to now, you need to remember Python is a case sensitive language. Case sensitive language means uppercase letters or uppercase words and lowercase letters and lowercase words are completely different. If you change a single letter also, that will be considered as a different one. But now, if you type Jupyter space notebook, space is the mandatory thing which you need to follow. You need to keep the space, and remaining all the letters in which way you can able to type. You can type it in that way and click enter. It will open this particular environment you are able to see like this, and here two URLs you are able to see with help of the port number and localhost 127.0.0.1.1 colon 889. That is a port address. With help of this particular port, it will open defaultly in a browser. Otherwise, you need to copy this particular link HTTP, and you can paste it in your browser and click enter. Defaultly, you're going to land it into a Jupyter Notebook environment. Okay, sometimes what will happen if you didn't open a Jupyter Notebook after installation, that is your first time, then it doesn't open through any of the browser. Then what you need to do, I will show you how. Then you need to copy this particular link and you need to open manually the browser. You need to paste it in the address bar. Then you land it into. Okay, now I am opening Anaconda prompt. Okay, you were able to see this particular command line prompt. Now I'm typing Jupyter space notebook. I already used a Jupyter notebook many times, right? So that is the reason if I click enter, defaultly it will generate. The server will backend engine will start and it will open through the default browser. I clicked on it and it is opened in. You are able to see this is the landing page of a Jupyter notebook. This particular specific thing is landing page and you are able to see this particular thing as a front end of the Jupyter notebook. What you are able to see. Each and everyone are able to see the landing page of Jupyter notebook. Okay, right. Now I'll show you different options which are there and must and should. You have multiple options, but until now you need to mandatorily you need to know specific options. I'll show those options to you guys. This is the Anaconda Navigator. If you open Anaconda Navigator button, which I showed to you on the green color circle, then it will open. These are the different tool sets which you are able to see. You're able to see, guys, data spell, data lore, IBM Watson Studio for cloud, Jupyter Lab, notebook, Spider, console, PowerShell prompt, install, RStudio, and orange. You know, some are you're able to see with the launch, some are with you're able to see with the launch title, which you're able to see in the green color. Those means that particular facility is connected. If you click on install, then it will automatically download all the backend libraries and modules related to it. Okay, now I'm going to the Jupyter Notebook landing page. Each and everyone, can you please, the people who didn't open the Jupyter Notebook, can you please open? 1 minute I'll give. Each and everyone need to open it. Each and everyone open Jupyter Notebook, the page where you are able to see on the screen. Okay. Now, on the right side, you are able to see two options. One is upload and another one is a new. Can you please see? Try to click on the upload and new, each and everyone. Upload and new. If you click on upload, How generally you will upload a document or a passport or a signature in your online forms, like that it will open. You can able to load the data or an existing Python code or any other data file. You can load it into a required environment. And if you click on the new, what you are able to see on my screen, you are able to see Python 3 in others, text file, folder, terminal, TensorBoard. Okay, until now, the very two important things for us are one is a Python and another one is a folder. How we can able to create a folders and all those things, it will be general. You can create a folder. Inside to that, you can create multiple folders. Inside to the folder, you can create Python 3. Python 3 means that is a Jupyter notebook. Why we are calling 3 means the version of Python which we are using is 3.x.xx. If it is a 2 dot version, we will call Python 2. Okay. If it's a 3 dot Python 3 means it's a 3 dot extension version. So here, if you click on this particular Python 3, you are going to open a Jupyter notebook, and that particular notebook extension is with untitled and dot I P Y N B. IPYNB dot IPYNB. Anyone will what is, can you please tell me what is IPYNB? What is IPYNB? I'm in chart. What is IPYNB? Pi extension. No, we have IPYNB means we have some specific definition. What is the definition? Integrated Python notebook. No, you're missing something, Anand. IPython notebook. Can you please try? integrated Python notebook. Someone told. హలో చెప్పన్నా. సైబర్ సెక్యూరిటీ ఉన్నారన్నా. ఏంటి ఏంటిది ఏంటిది? నేను ఇప్పుడు వెంటనే నీకు రిప్లై ఇవ్వలే అన్నా, నేను లైవ్ లో ఉన్నాను. ఆ, నువ్వు మెసేజ్ పెట్టన్నా, కానీ నేను 11 తర్వాత చూస్తాను. ఇప్పుడా? అవ్వదులే అన్న, లైట్ తీసుకో. ఆ, ఓకే. సరే సరే అన్న, ఉంటున్నాను నేను. బాయ్. Someone told integrated Python notebook. Actually, it is interactive Python notebook. What it is? Interactive Python notebook. Whenever you created a folder in this particular landing page is there, right? In this landing page, you're able to see with the name of untitled folder. Exact name. Anand, you told interactive or integrated? Anand, you told as integrated. Interactive, that is. Okay, right. So whenever you created a folder, immediately you're able to see like this, the name of untitled folder. If you're continuously creating and new folders and you're not giving any names, untitled folder 1, 2, and so on, it will create like this. Okay. Once you created this particular folder, you're able to see the timeline also. How much time, how much back time you created this particular thing. Okay. And now, you know what you can able to do? You can click on this particular radio button, select, then defaultly you're able to enable these particular three options: rename, move, and the red color symbol you're able to see is a delete that particular folder. Okay, if you choose rename, you're able to open this particular thing and you can type the whatever the name you want to do at here. This is the space where you can able to type and where you can able to do. Sorry. Okay, now I hope each and everyone are able to create a open your Jupyter notebook, and along with that, see, I'm creating a specific folder for all of your sessions dealing with this particular timings. And now I'm going to create a folder. Okay, going to new, and I'm creating a folder. Here I'm able to see this particular folder. It is created seconds back. Now I'm going to click on rename. This particular thing is Python 2023. Okay, I'm keeping it as a name. No, I'll keep it like this. Full stack data science batch 1. Okay, now I'm able to see this particular main folder. In this, I'm going to create another folder and renaming it to Python. Okay, in Python, I'm going to create multiple folders. One is a basics, basic Python. So guys, in Python, actually, there is no core, basic, and all those things. Everything is same, but for our comfortability and for our, ease of learning, just the trainers or the people will decide to teach you basic Python and another folder. I am creating it as into rename advanced Python. Okay, this order is changing, right? So that is the reason I want to keep this particular thing as a starting with a 0, 0. Now this one with guys, if you are executing all these commands parallelly with me, if anyone are facing any problems, I'll definitely help them if you are pinging in the chat. 0, 1. Okay, this advanced Python done, and I'm going to create one more folder. This folder is specifically to explain about what are all the NumPy features I told to you. In Python, we have a multiple libraries which will be supported to automation, which will be supported to deal with the numbers especially, which will be supported with the data frames. Data frame is nothing but if the data is in a tabular form, that is a data frame. Okay, now this thing is for 202 and for NumPy. And these are the things what we're going to discuss in the our full stack data science course. Why? Because if we are changing the environment, the concepts extension will only increase, but everything is not going to change. Okay, NumPy. And another one is, and very important thing is 03 pandas. This will be used a lot for the data cleaning and data analysis and all these operations. Okay, now pandas. And another thing is for the visualizations we'll use one library, and most of the times for the visualization purpose and for the basic understanding of the data we'll use Tableau and Power BI. Why? Because those are with those can able to handle huge amount of data, and we can able to easily understand the data architecture. I mean to say, like, how the data is, what this particular contains, how the data will be distributed. We can able to easily create in a minutes with the fingertips. We can able to create multiple visualizations which will be helpful to uh, create and see the data in a detailed manner. But for the namesake and for the interview purpose, definitely we need to have some specific awareness about a visualization library which we can able to discuss in the Python format. And this is a specific library which is built on by using all these particular basic libraries in Python. So that is a matplotlib. Matplotlib means mathematical plotting library. 04 matplotlib, mathematical plotting library, the name. Okay, these are the different things which we are going to discuss. Now I'm going to basic Python. In this basic Python, I'm creating, first I'm going to create a Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook, how it will be, how you're going to create a notebook by going new into that particular folder. I'm clicking on this particular Python 3. Now it will open with the host name, and as usually you are able to see this particular thing. Okay, and changing the default formats. See, defaultly you are able to see like this. Each and everyone are able to create a Jupyter notebook inside a folder which you created. Guys, don't think like that. You need to follow this particular recording, and once again we will practice. If you are practicing along with me, then it will be time saving for you, and you can able to clarify your doubts instantaneously also. Why? Because I'm going in a very slow manner. You can able to yeah, do all those things. Okay. Each and everyone have created a Jupyter notebook inside the folder. It's not like that you also need to create all the folders how I created. It's completely your wish how you're going to maintain. But if you followed the how I'm maintaining, it will be very easy to refer and to revise also. Okay. Now, if you want to rename this particular thing, you need to click on the untitled one, which you are able to see on the left side beside to the Jupyter notebook. Then you are able to open this particular address bar. You can able to change Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook introduction. Okay. Now renaming. Jupyter Notebook has many features, guys. Remember, many features. This empty cell you're able to see is considered as a cell. Okay, nothing but the another name. These are not any thumb rules like that. You need to call like that only. But see this one. This will be generally how we'll use code cell. Why we are calling this as a code cell? Why? Because we are going to write our Python code in this particular cell and we'll execute it. The Python code will execute and it will show the result below to this particular cell. So that is the reason we are calling this as a code cell. Okay. Now, if you understand, only you're able to see a single cell when you created a Jupyter notebook. You can add multiple cells in different ways. For example, you're able to see the plus symbol in the UI. If you click on the plus symbol, you're able to add a new cell. Remember one thing, what is the purpose of the comments? Comments will be helpful to clearly understand our code and to write intention about why we are writing that particular specific code. And along with that, for example, you developed some strategy. That strategy is not currently working, but you spend a lot of time. That is not required enough. You're not going to delete that particular entire code, right? Just if you can mention it in a comment, okay? Comments means you're just keeping it as a text. The compiler and the Python doesn't consider it as a code and it doesn't execute. Then what will happen? It will just consider it as a text and it doesn't execute it. Once again, in future, that particular code, what we developed in our past, it will be useful. Just we can uncomment the code and we can execute it. And along with that, the use of the comment, the purpose of the comments, for example, you worked in a company for some time, you developed some part, but a new employee came into your position and he need to take responsibility of your tasks. At the time, your code and your strategies and your insights are clearly mentioned, clearly available, then he can able to easily learn and he can able to easily continue and develop your work. Not like that, if you are not able to, if you didn't write your comments and all those things, he's not able to understand. It will be very difficult task for him to what you did, why you did, or how you defined, what you understood, all those things. Okay. Now, this particular cell is called code cell, and now I am changing to write my comments and to hide my code from the execution. I am going to use another type of cell that is a markdown. Just I'm keeping my cursor at here and I'm going to this particular bar and selecting the markdown option. Okay, in the markdown, what's happening? You're, you're not able to see the in symbol. In and square brackets, you're able to see, right? That is meaning in means input. You're not able to see this in for the markdown cell. Why? Because that is not an input. That is just a display information. That is just an information. Okay. Now I'm able to see. I can able to write multiple stories related to it. If I executed this particular code also, nothing is going to happen. Just I'm able to see how I entered the text in the same format I'm able to see. But here you're able to see I entered in different formats, but it is in different. So we need to follow some specific rules and regulations. Those are very, very simple. Those are markdown commands, and you can able to easily remember, and we can able to perform. To write a beautiful notes and to mention our insights in a very detailed manner, you can use this particular Jupyter notebook to show and to present to your management what you observed, how you did, what is your approach, and all those things you are able to present it very easy manner. Now, I'll tell you some markdown things, and before that, I'll tell you some specific things related to. Okay, to create a cell, to create a markdown, you have these particular things. This is a defaultly a cell. This is a markdown. Okay, this is nothing but markdown. Okay, see this one. This is a code cell. This is a markdown. Now I'll go all the options step by step. To add a cell, and first this is considered as a nodes, right? First I'm changing this particular cell into markdown. How I'm able to change the markdown? The first one is you can directly keep your cursor at here. You're keeping the cursor in this particular cell means this is the current cell. And now you can go to this particular drop down. You can select as a markdown. Now input is gone. And now you can able to write your notes. Okay, first thing. See, I'll try to write it, all the information in a beautiful manner. Just observe. I'm using this particular symbol. Okay. Now, first thing, to add a new cells, to add a new cell, to add a new cell. Okay. Now we have a multiple ways. I'll tell you. One is from plus symbol from UI, and the second one is SK plus A. Okay. A means above to the current cell. Above. A means above, and the next one is SK plus B. B means below. Okay. Now another. Okay. These are the three main ways which we'll follow. I'll show you how it's going to happen. Okay. Okay. Right. See this one. So I'm considering this as my current cell. This is my current cell. I want to create a cell, like how you are going to add cells and columns in between the cells like that. Here also the same thing. I'm just using escape A. One new cell created above to this particular current cell. Once again, I'm keeping my cursor at here and I'm using escape B. Now I'm able to see a new cell is created below to the current cell. Okay. To create a cell here, to create cell above to the current cell. Nothing but this is above to the current cell. Okay. To create below the current cell. This is a ways to add a new cell set here. And if you want to change the order of the cells with help of the arrow symbols, you can able to change these locations. For example, I want to change this particular current cell location to down to the below cell column. See, for example, if I want to move this particular current cell to top of the all the cells, Just I'm keeping my cursor at here and I'm moving it. And once again, I'm keeping in an accurate position. Okay, arrow symbols will be helpful for you to move the positions. Up arrow will help you to move the cells positions in the Jupyter notebook. Okay, each and everyone are clear? Okay, now you know how to add in new cells. And here I'm adding one more shortcut here itself to delete a cell. Escape plus DD. If you want to delete a cell, either you can you can cut the cell, and you want to paste, you can paste. Okay. Any keyboard shortcuts for moving cells up and down? No, Anand. Up to my knowledge, the shortcuts to move the cells up and down, like Excel, it's not possible. But this is the only way. I hope so. Okay. And to delete the cell, you can use Escape DD. By using Control Z, you can able to go for undo and do all the things. Okay. To delete, Escape plus DD. Okay. Okay. Escape plus DD. Can you please check? Each and everyone check this particular thing. Adding cells above to the current cell, below to the current cell, and up arrows, down arrows, and deleting the cell. Each and everyone tried it. Each and everyone tried. Okay. Right. Now, you know how to create a cell, add a cell, move cell, delete the cell. Now, to convert code cell to markdown, I showed one way. What is that way? One is from drop down, from UI, drop down selection. And the next one is escape plus M. If you keep your cursor on which cell you want to change it and as a markdown, just you can keep your cursor in that particular cell And if you used SK plus M, then that particular cell will convert into a markdown. Okay. Now, if you want to convert once again markdown to code cell, what are the things you need to do? Either you can keep your cursor in that particular markdown cell and you can select from the drop down. And another one is SK plus Y. If you click SK plus Y, then what will happen? You're easily that particular cell is going to convert back into code cell. Okay. Now, the another very important shortcut to execute a code. To execute a code, we have multiple ways. One is with you were able to see some run on the UI, and the second way is shift plus enter. Third way is control plus enter. Okay. Third way is a control plus enter. Okay. Now, these are the three ways how to execute the code. Execute the code means nothing but if you have written any program or if you load any data, all those things, it will be very easy for you to execute the code. Why? Because each and every time if you navigate to code now, it will be a difficult thing. So that's the reason you need to be habituated to use these particular shortcuts, and the shortcuts be on your fingertips. Okay, each and everyone are clear? Okay, now I'll just give a 5 minutes of break. Meanwhile, you guys, can you please practice all these commands in your Jupyter notebook? We're going to start our sessions. We're going to start our Python. Okay, 5 minutes break. We'll get back to you in 5 minutes, and we're going to start our Python. Mm, blurred. Why it is? Yes, I hear that, Prinsika, but here I'm not able to find how to fix that thing. I'm not able to. No, I'm using OBE. I don't know. It's completely not visible, or you're facing any problem with that? Why? Because my graphic card is lower version, so it is able to transfer 1080. Okay, guys, can you please help me? You're not able to see the text and all those things, what I am writing it here. The blur is in a complete way of you're not able to see all those things. Or is it difficult to see? Uh, how can you avoid? In full screen, you are able to see. In full screen, you are able to see clearly. Or blur. Okay, right. Guys, if you're seeing any blur, you can maximize your screen in your machine, and then the problem it will fix. Okay, then otherwise the another way is you can increase your quality in your settings, YouTube settings, then it will be clear. Okay, sorry to tell you. So I forgot to tell something, some shortcuts related to how you're going to take the notes. These are, markdown shortcuts. How can you take the notes? How can you take? Okay, see this one. You can use this particular font, color, brown, and there's a little bit of HTML. That's it. If you execute in a normal code cell, you don't get anything. Why? Because it will expect a result of our code in Python, then only it will give the result. So this code will be suitable for markdown. By using escape M shortcut, I am changing this particular cell into code cell. And now I'm able to execute this particular thing and I'm getting the colored text. If you want to go back to into edit mode, go to this particular text and click with a cursor. Okay. And these are one thing. And another one is what I'm going to show you. To decide the heading size. Okay. With a different size of headings. If you're increasing the hash sizes, you're going to increase with the your font size is going to decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can able to see. Okay. Enough. The another things are point. You're able to see one point number one to make a points and subpoints. Okay, points and subpoints. And you can generate bold text and italic text also. What is this? It's a bold. Italic text. This is a bold text. Okay, and you can use all these things in the combination also. Sorry, don't give any gap at the end of the text, so then only you're able to get it. And you can use all these things as a combined manner also. Okay, if you increase the hash at here and before the text, if you induce single quotes for italic text, you can able to see how it is. This is the way you can able to write a beautiful notes and you can directly present your analysis and your way of approach to your team. Guys, you are able to see my screen? Okay, is it clear? Now, so until now, Jupyter Notebook introduction is completed. Now I am going to start Python basics. Okay, I want to keep name for this particular thing as okay. Don't worry, I'm going to share all these Jupyter notebooks and all the notes what I'm going to write it here in the Telegram channel. If you didn't join, you can join. The link you are able to see it in the channel itself. Uh, where is this particular one? Okay, I'm opening it. Why? Because I'll want to keep it in a specific order. Okay, now I'm keeping it this name 01 basics, right? Okay, Python basics part 1. Okay, now I'm able to see um this particular thing. Okay, the first point I'll explain it in a Jupyter notebook. Then I'm able to I'll go to this particular thing. where it is. Okay, about Python. Hmm. I hope each and everyone will know how a program is going to execute in the machine, what is operating system, how the computer is going to work, and all those things. Just try to know those particular things. It will be give you a lot of clarity to you. Okay, and this is a basic Python introduction. It is introduced in initially it started work in 1980s, and after that all these are the versions. The name Python came from the British comedy show Monty Python's Flying Circus. Okay, and these are the versions what you are able to see on my screen. The first version 0.9.9.0, which is came and released into the market in 1991, and after that these are the developments which you are able to see. And in each and every version, people are trying to, people are trying to improve the functionality, adding some more functions, changing a little bit of things, and all those facilities they are going to mention. Now, okay, the first thing what we're going to discuss is, each and everyone, Python is a very high level and very simple language, which is very nearer to human understandable language, not in more symbolic, not in more programmatical way. It's most of the terminology we'll use in our regular day-to-day life. Now, Python we can use as a calculator. As a calculator. What type of different operations you're going to perform in calculator? Additions, subtractions, multiplications, divisions, exponent, all these things, right? We're going to directly perform all these operations in the Jupyter notebook also, in the Python also, very easily and in very simplified manner. Okay, I'll tell you how. What are the things? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These all the things which you know, and this one is the exponential. Or simply, no doubt at all, these all are the very simple ones. You can able to directly perform. I'll tell you. 2 plus 3, you will get directly 5. 3 minus 1, you will get 2. 3 into 2, you will get 6. 3 by 2, you will get a result as 1.5. Remember one thing at here. In division, result is always a float. In division, result is always float. Okay, even though if it is a perfect division also, what I mean to say, what is the actually 4 by 2 result? Generally, we'll write as a 2. We don't write as a 2.0, but the answer is 2.0. The result of division operation is 2.0, especially why? Because whenever you are using this particular operator, your result is in a float format, no doubt and no change. Okay, and exponent. What is the answer for this particular exponent? Guys, can you please ping in the chat? What is the answer for this? 3 double stars 4. It is nothing but 3 to the power of 4. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. 9, 27 and 81. Yes, Abhishek, it is a power. Okay, it's a power. This is exponent division. Now you need to know two special operators. We know that particular functionality, but a little bit of confusion you're going to face. I'm going to clarify those things. One is a floor division and another one is a remainder division. floor or step, modulus or remainder. Okay, okay. Now can you please tell me how you're going to see this particular thing? Three times 12. What is the remainder? 3. This particular thing is remainder. This one is coefficient. This one is dividend. Now, if you perform 15 4, you will get a result as a 3. Why? Because it will capture the remainder of the operation. Okay. If you tried this particular operation, you know what you will get the answer? You will get, generally how we will perform the division operation, I'll show you. 4, 15, 3 times 12, 3.07 times 28, 2, 20, 5 times 20, 0. 3.75 is a 3.75 times of 4, you will get it as a 15. Now, in this particular result, it will extract only integer part of the coefficient. What is the integer part of the coefficient? What is the integer part of the coefficient? Integer part is 3 only. Okay. This is a step or floor function, and this will extract you the remainder part. Okay. These are the operations. Now I'll show you how you're going to execute this particular thing in our Jupyter notebook. Okay, now I'm making it in a beautiful way, and I'm converting this particular cell into markdown and with a big size. Green. I kept a beautiful heading with that. Now I'm performing a simple addition. Comments. You need to habituate to write a comments for each and every code what you are writing. With help of hash, you're able to see addition. How will perform in addition? Just like this. Subtraction. The text what you are writing after colon is considering it as a text and it doesn't executing anything. Okay, multiplication. Okay, this is a division. Division C, 12 by 4. It's a perfectly division, but even though you will get a float result, always we will get the result as in the form of float. Float means which contains a decimal values. Okay, and the next one is a floor or division. Okay, now sorry, 12, 5. What is the result, guys, for this operation? Can you please ping in the chart? What is the answer for this particular operation? Okay, see, it will extract the integer part of the coefficient. 2 times 10, after that 2 will be reminded and 4 you will get it, but you don't need to take a 4, just you need to take it take only 2. Okay, percentage symbol 5. What is the answer now? What is the answer now? What is the remainder in this operation? Yes, the remainder is 2. Now the next thing is exponent or power operation 2 to the power of 10. Okay, this is the exponential power operation. Is it clear for each and everyone? Okay, I'm able to see people are decreasing. Guys, can we conclude for the today or we'll continue? Can you please reply in the chat? Continue from one person. And continue. Okay, I hope maybe people have any other engagement. Uh, can we start? Can we conduct a session tomorrow also? If you all are free. Anand, Abhishek, Pankaj, Pratyush, can we conduct tomorrow and day after tomorrow also? Thursday and Friday. Okay, then why? Because tomorrow we can able to complete identifiers discussion and along with that data types. We'll try to close all the data types and indexing and all the very basic fundamental data types about information. We'll try to close it by this Friday. Okay, right. Guys, anyone have any doubts, or can I close the session? Anyone have any doubts? Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for your time and please make it share this particular thing and share with your friends who want to learn the data science. Okay, Thank you. Bye.